So, you've served as the SCBA president for 4 terms. And as you see your career as a veteran lawyer and your experience of being a part of these bar association at a leadership level, what ails the Bar Council of India? There's a lot of discussion on social media, especially amongst the young people, about how the Bar Council of India is functioning, the kind of diktats it has given in the last few days. Your thoughts on the organization and the way it's been run?
The Bar Council of India now is being, headed by Mr. Manan Kumar Mishra for almost 14 years. It's a sad state of affairs because he has used this very office to get a Rajya Sabha of the ruling party for himself. Now, being a regulator, to become a Rajya Sabha member without having any political, I would say, background, purely because you are a Bar Council chairman itself is disturbing, because a regulator who is having huge powers as far as the legal fraternity is concerned is now committed to a political party. Now, how is it reflected that he is committed to a political party, and why is the Cockroach Janata Party or the youth of today so very angry with him? When the protesters were still there at the site, he went on and said that they are probably being funded from abroad. Now, what basis did he have to make that kind of a statement, that they are being funded by foreign hands? Clearly, it was a statement made to benefit the government so that the government may try to discredit the movement of the youth. Then he passes this very bizarre order saying that the whole batch of NALSAR 2026 will not be enrolled completely anywhere in the country. Now, this kind of order, leave apart the merits of this order, as Bar Council of India chairman, he has no authority to pass this order. Enrollment of a lawyer after passing out law is entirely a subject to be decided by the State Bar Council, and there is no supervisory control of the Bar Council of India in such enrollment. So there is an enrollment form, there are certain requirements every lawyer has to have at the time of his enrollment, and if he meets the same, he gets enrolled. If he doesn't meet the same, he doesn't get enrolled. So I don't understand under what authority he issued this kind of an order. Now, within hours, he realized that he has made a blunder, so he withdrew it by saying that let it be in the form of an inquiry, and after we get an inquiry report, he'll decide what action to be taken. Now, that was also illegal because he has no such authority to order this kind of an inquiry. Unfortunately for him, NALSAR immediately took it with a pinch of salt, and they said, we'll put it to the governing body and we'll decide whether we can do this kind of inquiry at all or not. Because ultimately, it's an inquiry with regard to the exercise of the fundamental right of free speech of these students. So whether the NALSAR authority can do this or not. Now, when he saw this protest, then he realized that, oh, he's done another blunder. So then midnight he tweets that he is withdrawing the order completely. When the students are not satisfied with the complete withdrawal also, because there is a pattern in his behavior, the way he jumps into a controversy just to try to please either the government or in this case the Chief Justice of India, speaks volumes about his credibility and how he is misusing a Bar Council of India chairman's pad for writing all kinds of letters for which he has no authority to do so. Then he goes on and makes a public apology. I don't understand what kind of a person we have as chairman of the Bar Council of India. I mean, he's now apologizing to the students for having done all this. So the pattern has 4 elements, or rather 5 elements. First, he says they are being funded. Then he says batch not to be registered. Then he says he'll do an inquiry. Then he says no, there'll be no inquiry. And then lastly he says I'm apologizing to the students. Now, if this is the way in which head of a regulator will function, a very important regulator as far as the legal profession is concerned, it speaks volumes about his authority to continue in this office. And I don't see why it should be permitted that a Bar Council of India chairman should continue indefinitely in that office. And mostly we have seen people continue indefinitely only by giving largesse to the members who vote for him for his continuation. And if somebody were to do an inquiry, it will not be very difficult to find every voter of his who is voting for him to continue as chairman of the Bar Council of India would have taken some favor or the other from him or the Bar Council of India to keep voting for him year after year. So these are all issues which need to be looked at, and it's high time that he should be asked to resign immediately so that a proper inquiry is done of his tenure as chairman of the Bar Council, and what all he has done in that tenure to please the political bosses to get a Rajya Sabha seat and to please his voters to make him continue as chairman of the Bar Council.